Hey, this is Aaron with Macdaddy Music. Today we're going to be looking at what the difference is between phasing and flanging. There are similar effects, but both have their own unique properties and qualities, and there's a science behind them that makes each unique scientifically speaking. I won't get into the science of it. I will include a couple of links that you can see in the text accompanying this video that you can read that are both useful. Both phase and flange effects are what's known as time delay effects, meaning that the original signal is passed through the effect, whether that's a keyboard, a guitar, a bass, a vocal, and then on top of that is added a second signal, which is identical to the first, but it's offset just a little bit, thus time delay. And depending on the way that this is done, you end up with, in these cases, either a phase or a flange effect. The effects we're going to use today, I just picked a couple of similar style pedals for examples. The first is the Phase 90, or phaser effect. This is a classic pedal. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's been around for decades. It's used in a lot of music that you've heard, guaranteed. Just a basic speed knob on it that controls the rate at which the phase effect occurs. The other is the MXR micro flanger. This was introduced quite a while ago in the 80s too as well, just recently reintroduced as a reissue pedal by MXR. It has a rate control which is similar to the speed control on the Phase 90, and a regen control which controls the amount of feedback. At lower levels it's the flange effect is more subtle, and at higher levels the flange effect is much more intense. Alright, to start out I'm just going to play a short bit so you can hear what the guitar sounds like with just the amp, no effects or anything. So we will start with the Phase 90. We've got the speed knob set at about 9 o'clock, and here you go. So you can hear it gives kind of a whooshing effect. The micro flanger, we're going to keep the regen knob set right in the middle, the rate knob similar to the speed knob here, 9 o'clock. You'll hear some differences here. They won't be as obvious as they will at higher settings, but you will hear some differences. Little bit more subtle than the Phase 90, but fairly similar at lower levels. We'll jump it up to 12 o'clock on the controls here, and first with the Phase 90. Alright, now we'll jump back over to the micro flanger. 12 o'clock. You do start to hear a little bit more difference there. The flanger, while both effects are more noticeable and intense, relatively speaking, the micro flanger is more subtle than the Phase 90. And we'll jump all the way up, max out the speed and the rate knobs here just so you can hear the difference in that. We'll start with the Phase 90. A pretty extreme noticeable effect, got kind of a very, I guess, watery sound to it is maybe a good way to describe it. And here the micro flanger. You'll very clearly notice it, but it's going to be a lot less intense than that Phase 90 sound. More of a subtle effect with the micro flanger. So there you have it, some differences between phasing and flanging. Hopefully you feel more informed about these two effects now than you did prior to this video. If you've got questions on phasing and flanging, on the effects that we use today, the effects pedals we use today, or anything else, just give us a call, drop us an email. We'd love to help answer whatever questions we can.